Hey, good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. Grab your coffee. I have a 10,000 spotting and assist damage game for you following this little introduction. If you're only here for the codes, I got that. The description down there will have the code. I'll splash it across the screen and you can be on your way. If you could throw me a sub or a follow on Twitch before you go, that would be really cool. Otherwise, if you're sticking around for the video, let me give you my little spiel. What do I do? What is Guido's YouTube channel all about? It is about making newer to intermediate players much better. I think I can also teach the better players as well a little bit. And the beauty part of it is that I learn from you guys. If you notice any of my comment sections on my videos, it is a lot of chatter helping each other out. People asking questions, people offering alternative views on the things that I say. Because one of the cool things about World of Tanks is there's more than one way to win. That may shock you. I don't know. More than one way to win, and we try to investigate all those things. What else do I do? On Sunday, I do a thing called Coffee Talk, where I'll just talk about all things World of Tanks. On Monday, I do a thing called Miserable Monday, which is kind of fun. That's just all of the fails, mostly my fails, just to show you that even good players have bad days out there as well. So Coffee Talk, Miserable Monday, and the rest of the week, I'll do a video a day. Is content from you guys for the most part, or games that I have had where I think there's something specific or interesting that we can talk about on that. A lot of times people will just send me in, hey, I got this 10,000 damage game. Like, ah, that's fantastic, and we'll show that kind of stuff out there as well. So if you've got something like that, go ahead and send it to me, and I'll be happy to make a video of it right there. So that's pretty much it for my spiel. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. Grab your code. Thank you to Domo and the Wargaming guys for putting this all together. It's very awesome. It's very awesome. It's, I have to tell you, this is like take 97. And I have always found a point in it where I goofed up and then I talked too much like I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to end it. I don't want to end it right now because I want to tell you, get that T78. We're supposed to be shills. I forgot about the shilling. I got to do the shilling. Grab your T78. It's the 4th of July. It's the thing to do. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by before I mess up this last take, which I think it's going well. Is it going well? I think it's okay. I mean, it's not great, right? It's not fantastic, but it's going well. And I'm almost done with my coffee anyway. Plus, I've got to get to work, and it's Tuesday, and all you want is the code, which you already have. Here it comes. 10,000 damage and assist game. Take 97. That is all it took. My goodness, that took a while. Yo, it's Guido coming at you with Tactics Talk. Hey guys, who wants to see a 10,000 damage spotting game? Spotting and assist. 10,000. Here we go. Here we go. We are on Malinovka, spawned into the north, standard battle, and I'm going to the most obvious scouting bush in the entire world. This is a tier 10 battle. I fully expect 2 artillery shells and a couple of the big TDs to shoot into this bush and for me to disappear from this game, go back, pick a new tank, and play. But I already gave it away. This is a 10,000 damage spotting game, and it is just one of those things. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes the enemy team are Muppets. Look at the Leopard 1 comes across, and that's got me It's got me worried because my rear end is sticking out. The problem with the Sheridan is it's massive, and it is hard to hide sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and just shift over, and now I'm starting to think about I really need to wiggle into this bush a little bit more. I'm just going to leave that one there. But I do need to hide. So we're going to do this and do that. And there we go. And I'm glad I did it. Because now we've got the Leopard peeking up and over. So he's far enough away. I'm probably not going to be in too much danger. But later on, you're actually going to see him move up. And I'm racking up the spotting damage now because several of their very large TDs have turtled up against these buildings. And their camo is so bad, I'm able to spot them when they poke out. And in the case of the, I believe it is the FV, he keeps looking out that window, and I'm going to see right through that window, no problem. With 2 artillery, that allows me to collect some more spotting damage. I can look in here and say, yep, there's that dude. So I'm just thinking, hey, can somebody shoot this guy from somewhere? Kind of surprised that Grillet has not put a shot or 2 into him. So we'll just tee him up a little bit and see if somebody figures out how to hit that guy. They do have a stack going up to the hill. We do as well. So really, we've got a fairly decent deployment here. A pure tier 10 battle. So a couple TDs sitting at the cap is not a terrible thing. Especially with the Leopard having pushed in. So the 110E4 is pretty much keeping him, at least for the moment, honest. I find a Sturv, which kind of surprised me. I'm thinking, what on earth? That guy pulled up just a little too much, or maybe took a shot. He probably actually attempted a shot in there, would be my guess, which is how I saw him. And I'm still checking on the leopard. I'm up to 2,147. Now, because I've been forced to go sideways into this bush, I'm really expecting to be obliterated at any moment. And really a halfway competent TD player over there, either the Sturv FV or F, well, either FV, really, they're both FVs, would have put a shot right into this bush. And because I've been forced to go sideways, I would have taken it full on broadside. But they simply don't do it, and that's very foolish. If you're the FV 4005, he's not a very good player. Otherwise, he'd realize the reason he's being spotted is someone is sitting in this bush, or the most likely reason he's being spotted. It's possible he's remained lit so long that he thinks he's unspotted as well. I don't know. This worried me. I got the leopard coming on in here. I thought about firing, and I said I can't really do this, so we're just going to hang in here. Now we've got an FV or a Foch 155, and every time he comes a little bit further from left to right, I'm expecting him to spot me. Then he gets in behind some bushes and he's taking hits. So I'm thinking, all right, this may work out if they can actually kill him before he spots me here. There we go. And I end up getting the spotting damage. But now he's been replaced by a Foch 155. There's the EBR. He's down in the pit behind me, but he dies, which is a good thing. Leopard takes him out. And the FV is still moving around like a Muppet. A little bit of artillery goes in there. He might have actually taken a piece of that, unknown. Looks like his hit points are about the same. So now I've got to start thinking about here. I've got 4,453 spotting, but I'm not really at this point helping the team very much, right? We dealt with the leopard. Down goes the JPZ. There's a Foch back there, so I'm a little bit worried about leaving right at this moment. What I really want to do is get up on the hill and start spotting for the guys on the hill, because all their tanks that are hanging out down on about what, E0 are going to eat them alive as they attempt to poke over, so they really need a scout up there or a medium with some vision. And it's unfortunate the STB or in the TVP 5051 sat around doing what they did. So again, I've got to deal with this. We're going to let the team, and I'm just thinking about this. All right, if he can get down to a one shot, I will take the shot and then I will get out of here. Didn't have to. Perfect. 4005 is still sitting there. Again, I'm surprised that he hasn't taken more damage. Like, he's still at 1146 on the hit points. Artillery hasn't attempted to splash him, and I'm thinking, why have you guys not dealt with this 4005? Or at least made his life a little miserable. He actually moves out and takes a huge hit, and down he goes. So once he dies, that's when I bail out. And unfortunately, the STB saw me. Some shots go in, so I'm going to use this low ground to try to avoid, and that's very good. Either one of those would have hurt hard. Hurt hard, would have hurt bad. And now we're going to head up the hill. And it is time to go help the heavies figure out how to get through these guys. So I'm going to head over here to the middle and look for some spotting. 110E5. The STB is the problem, though, because he's got very good view range. So I'll dodge over here, try to hide behind the ridge line. Yep, but it got me spotted anyway, so he had enough. So we'll be careful here. We'll spin around. I'm really hoping I don't take any artillery. That's the big worry right there. Go back around this way. And we'll head on out, and I think I get spotted again. Yes, so I get spotted again. There we go. So it's actually a Bat Chat that was in there, along with the STB. He takes a big hit. And they move off. So we'll head off this way. And again, I'm just trying to work this middle to try to get some of the snipers some shots. This time I'm able to approach without being seen, so they don't know I'm actually here. That's a good thing. And now I'm going to come up here and use some of these bushes. I really want to find out if I can find these dudes right here. I'd love to see the guys in the sniper nest there, but I don't quite get to it. I came up, looked, see if I got lit, and a little bit dangerous, but we're going to see if we can find guys moving around maybe right here. Unless they come into that little stand of trees right there to my left, forward left, right there, I'm probably in pretty good shape. Unlikely they're going to see me. But unfortunately, I'm not seeing any of them. So 7,678 on the spotting. And now it's time to go. So I need to break this deadlock just a little bit. My plan here is to get down into this little V down here. I do get spotted. 50M takes a piece of me out. And I'm able to get down into this little area. 50M is sitting there. And now I'm going to try to pop up and out of here. And of course, the problem with that in this particular game is it's pure tier 10, and there's just some serious alpha in the TDs, and I can just basically be erased or completely crippled if I make a mistake of any kind. So 125 is hugging the rock. Now there's an object coming down, so I'm going to come up here and see if I can get a shot at him. Fortunately, he misses me. That was good for me. The object's taking hits, and there's the 50M. Don't quite have the gun depression. That was a little bit risky right there. I'm glad there wasn't a TD sitting over to the left a little ways on one of those little rises. And then he comes out and I track, but at least I get the tracking damage. So another 224 added to the tally. Looking for the 125. There's the STB. He's taking some hits. He jumps on the 140. The 140 is kind of YOLOing in. I thought about going, but there's just too many big tanks, so I'll sneak one into the rear of the 125. STB takes some hits. I thought about going around, but he ends up dying. That works out nicely. And now we've got some near deads. The 125 and the Type 5 are just about dead. Two of their TDs are down at the cap. And the Bat Chat is around somewhere. The Bat Chat's probably the one I worry about the most because he's got good vision. And he will be hard to deal with. There's the 125. Maybe I can sneak another shot towards him. There we go. Get one into him. That works. So there's two Type 5s in there. Actually, one's on better hit points. But the 125 is definitely down to a one shot, and down he goes. So some more spotting damage. That gives me to 8,000. I'm messing around here so much because I'm worried about the artillery. Now, because the Bat Chat is what I'm concerned about, I don't think I can come up and over and get anywhere near them to light those guys up before the Bat Chat sees me and they all kill me. There's the Sturb. He gets lit, so he's repositioned. So I'm going to actually get out of this and go this way. Important thing with the mobile scouts is that you do things like that instead of staying in the exact same position. If that particular well dries up, then you can always go somewhere else. So now I want to try to get all these tanks up in the north some shots. You can see the TVP sort of following in and the Foch 155. So I know I can use this flatter area here to get across at least to this rock. Give myself a little bit of protection if I happen to get seen by the Bat Chat. I'm surprised I wasn't. And I'm just going to go in. So instead of kind of poke over and let them know I'm there, I'm just going to go in, light them up, and try to get some. There we go. Spotting damage, 8,621. 1,060 actually done. And now we've got a weight of guns. Artillery Ghost, that's one of them that's fired. That's good. He's got quite a long reload. Still don't know where the Bat Chat is, and the FV was last seen over on their cap. So we'll just come down this way, see if we can find him. Expecting to get lit at any moment. Guys are following up. There we go. Down he goes. A little extra damage. A little extra spotting. Take a hit. Bat Chat dies. Artillery dies. 9,797. So I just need a little more spotting. Got to find this FV. Last seen over here somewhere. I'm going to go dark, and I'm going to go well dark. I don't want to telegraph that I'm moving in this direction at all. I don't want him to blind shot this bush. I don't see him, so we'll go ahead and flex down this way. There he is. Lots of hit points. Takes a couple hits. Nicely done. Oh, that bounces. Looks like his shot went out. People taking shots out. I'm right and left. See if I can get the kill. There we go. Last guy down. 1,449 damage. 10,505 spotting. And a combination of active and passive spotting. This is a great map for it. Obviously, it's set up for getting spotting and assist damage like that. Absolutely. One of two of the great ones in the game. The other one being proc. But a good example of using the passive capability and the active capability. This is more set up. I think I'm running optics on this one, so it's more of an active scout setup. I actually don't have large kits on. I don't know why I don't, but I should. 2 kills in the Sheridan Tier 10 American light tank. Probably arguably the worst light tank at Tier 10. Maybe the 13105 or whatever it is slightly worse potentially. You probably have an argument either way on that one. And none of the Tier 10s are really great. But one thing that they do have is that moving camo. That's the big thing about scouts, is their camo stays while they move. Their stationary camo is the same as their moving camo, and that can be a huge advantage for getting in close enough and then getting lights on people right there. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed that 10,505 spotting damage assist whatever game. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you.